Welcome back to Space Truckers, everybody. My name, as always, is Maxwell, and today we are going to be moving crop harvesters around. It's going to be a slightly shorter run today, and that's just because, topic-wise, I wanted to pretty much just cover some feedback from your comments from the last one. I won't do this every time, although I might dedicate the first part of the show to feedback based on your comments, and then we'll get on to the main topic. But just for now, today's episode, I do want to address, because there was a lot of comments. I do want to address comments mostly in this episode. So we're going to be moving crop harvesters from where we are, which is Tillian, and we are going to be moving them to Ross 1057. It's only 2 jumps, but it's 25 light years, and like I said, just a short one today because I'm mostly addressing feedback. So we have our cargo, so we will launch, and then once we are in the big starry black, we can get on to chatting about today's topic. Do have to put up with the incredibly loud engine noise at this point. I don't know why. This is the only part of the game which is loud, and it is insufferably loud. Obviously, during editing, I turn the volume of that down because it is just ridiculous. Right, I don't want to get in the way of those guys, so we'll head forward at a steady pace. Which direction's he gonna go? Is he heading out? He is actually. So, oops. And then accelerate away. There we go. We are in the big black. So, Tillian to Ross 1057. First destination is DN Draconis. Whoops. Use the boost key rather than... do we have DN Draconis? Of course we don't. So, off to the galaxy map we go. Navigation. It is DN... I think that's how it's spelled. DN Draconis. Set that as a destination. Exit. Alright, it's actually right there. We're no longer mass locked, and we will jump. So, last week we spoke about science fiction, about my love of science fiction games, films, and TV series. So I just want to address some of your feedback. It's going to be in no particular order. But firstly, I want to talk about people who were suggesting certain shows. So I think some of them were, one of them was Blake 7 and Space 1999. Unfortunately, I didn't really watch those shows because they were a little bit before my time. I know I watched the original Battlestar Galactica, which was also a little bit before my time, but it just kind of happened to be airing on the Sci-Fi Channel at the time when I was really watching a lot of sci-fi. So, unfortunately, didn't really catch Space 1999 or... where am I going? Ross. Which is also not on the list. So I didn't really catch... a lot things like Space 1999 and Blake 7, although I've heard that they are good for their own reasons. Ross 1057. Wow, that is quite a jump. And it's directly behind us, of course it is. Oops, rolled the wrong way. So, I want to speak a little bit specifically about Star Trek. I know a lot of people didn't like Star Trek Voyager, and that was just pretty much down to Kate Mulgrew, which was Captain Janeway. A lot of people don't really rate her as an actress, and that's a shame, because although she is kind of the lead being the captain, I didn't want to just let one person's performance spoil the whole series that I really did quite enjoy. People who were talking about Star Trek Deep Space Nine, yes, I actually did enjoy the end of Star Trek Deep Space Nine. The last couple of seasons, I thought they were very well done and very excellently written. It was the whole Dominion War and everything. That was very excellently done. Pull away from this star. So yeah, I will concede that yes, the end of Star Trek Deep Space Nine was excellent. Is this place really called Wang Estate? Is that where we're going? Bear with me, I just want to double check that we are... Yep, we are going to the Wang Estate. And I think we're probably, whoops, going a little bit too... Oh, no, we're not going too fast. That's fine. But still, we're going to drop it down here, so we've got plenty of time to talk, and that should still take us to 10% of speed and whatnot. So yeah, end of Deep Space Nine, very, very excellent. Really, really enjoyed that series. The whole Dominion War thing was excellent. And other people have been saying, yes, I actually do think Captain Picard is makes a better captain than William Shatner, who were both excellent captains in their own right. Babylon 5 specifically, I'd never really watched Babylon 5. I never really got into it, and I think the problem with that was, at the time, I was a bit of a sci-fi snob, if you will. I'd kind of been spoiled a bit by the budget of Star Trek, The Next Generation, even though to begin with it didn't really have much of a budget. So when I watched the when I watched a few episodes of Babylon 5, it just seemed really, really low budget and really, really tacky. And that's really why I didn't get into Babylon 5. I know it did have a fantastic storyline later on, but I never really was able to get into it just because I wasn't able to get over how low budget and how bad the CGI and the effects really were. And like I said, that's just my own fault and me being a sci-fi snob at that point, which is why I never really enjoyed Babylon 5. But I might give it another go, although it is probably quite old now and probably didn't age very well. It may still be fun to give it a watch and see how it holds up. Same goes for a lot of the films. As like back when they came out, I was probably too much of a sci-fi snob and spoiled by big budget stuff to be able to watch it. So that's a little bit unfortunate on my part. So I might have to go back and revisit some of these things. Like recently watched a fantastic sci-fi film called Primer, which is all about time travel, and it was made with a budget of $7,000, but it is brilliant. If you haven't seen it yet, I think it's available on Netflix and Amazon Prime if you've got those, but definitely give Primer a watch because it is absolutely fantastic, especially considering they only had a budget of $7,000, but the storyline is pretty damn awesome, and it's fairly difficult to follow as well. It's one of those, because I mean it's about time travel, so it's a little bit of a head fuck, as you can imagine, but definitely worth a watch and definitely fun. Some of the other films that you have suggested as well, I'm also going to try and give a watch to. What was it? Battleship Yamamoto? Or Yamato? I think that was it, Yamato. Might have to try that, although it sounds a little bit silly. But then again, sometimes the silly ones are the best ones to watch. Just trying to remember what some of the other comments were about. So what I want you to do is, for the next episode, we'll make it a slightly longer trade route again, and I want you guys to suggest some topics that I can talk about, something that you maybe want to hear my opinion on, or maybe want to know about. No, disengage from a distance of 113 kilometers. I don't think that is close enough to get any closer than 20 kilometers from the station. But yeah, I want you guys to leave some suggestions for the next topic, which will probably be coming out Saturday. If not Saturday, then probably Monday, because I don't tend to put out videos on Sundays. I'm going to come at this from the side, actually, not top on. There we go. So I think I've pretty much addressed everybody's comment. If I haven't, then I'm sorry, and you can just leave the comment again on this video, and I'll probably just answer you actually in the comment section. I'll write a direct reply. Most of them, like I said, I didn't want to leave a direct reply because I was intending on doing follow-up on this episode. But the format's probably pretty much going to be, I'll start with a little bit of follow-up based on your comments, and then I'll move on to the main topic. Because it's only a short trading run today, I figured I would just take the time to do a full amount of follow-up based on your comments, which are fantastic as well. I love the comments, and I love all the suggestions that you've been leaving for TV shows and films that I need to watch. Very much appreciated. So we'll head into the Wang estate, and we should be making a profit of about 63,000, I think it is. If I'm not mistaken, it should be about 63,000 credits, which will be nice. Moving some crop harvesters around. Docking permission at landing pad 7. We'll start coming in for our slide. What I do here is I apply some lateral thrust whilst also slowly turning the ship. And what that does is it just allows me to come in at the station like this. And it basically just parks me right in front like that with minimal effort. What I will have to do though is slow down because I'm coming in a little bit too fast. Getting a little bit of lag there, FPS lag. I think that's just because I'm rendering a video right now as I'm playing, which hogs a lot of CPU. Here we go. Coming in. Probably a little bit too fast, but we can handle it. And then number 7 is over there. We'll get the landing gear down. We'll drop ourselves down a little bit. Make sure we're not going to crash into anyone. Oops. I like having these little windows at the bottom because it really does allow you to... and the windows at the top. It just gives you a fantastic view of the surrounding area. We've probably overshot that a little bit. But we'll see. Oh no, I haven't. That's interesting. Although I am at slightly the wrong angle. That's okay. Drop ourselves down a little bit more. Now I know you don't have to be as precise as I am, but I like being precise with my landings. So yeah, if I didn't address your comment directly and you would like an answer to it, just leave it in the comment section on this video and I'll probably I'll try and reply to you directly on. It looks like it's done that thing where it forgets that I've bought the game, so it doesn't allow me to enter the commodities market. So you'll have to bear with me while I log out of the game and log back in after telling it that I have purchased Elite Dangerous. So welcome back everybody. We managed to get that fixed. Unfortunately though, it dumped me out in space, so I had to dock again. But we'll come in, we'll buy some fuel, and we will sell our crop harvesters. And hopefully we'll make around 60-something thousand. Let's have a look. Profit for this trip is 61,900. That's actually lower than was predicted by the BPC, but obviously prices fluctuate. And there we go, we're up to almost 500,000 credits, so we're doing okay. So like I was saying out in space, if you leave me a comment in this comment section for some suggestions on the next topic of conversation, I'll do my best to pick 1 or 2 of them to talk about. And if I didn't address your question directly in today's chat, then just leave me another comment here and I'll address it in writing. So thanks very much for watching, everybody. Space Truckers Episode 2. Like I said, just a short one this week, but just a short one this time. Next one will be a little bit longer. I've been Maxwell. This has been Elite Dangerous Space Truckers, and I will catch you guys next time.